So today we're going to be talking about how to be a whole human in an ultra-processed world. Welcome to the Daily Quaker, where we contemplate modern life through a Christ-centered, love-driven Quaker lens. If that speaks to your condition, consider subscribing to this channel and hitting that little Liberty bell down below so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So number four, be mindful of social media consumption. So be cautious about how you use social media. You know you can manage your personal algorithm, right? You can let the algorithm know when you are not interested in certain content. I mean, maybe you are interested in it. Maybe you're too interested in it. You can let the algorithm know that you don't want it to show it to you anymore. And it won't listen at first. You won't listen. You'll have to do it a couple times. And you also have to make sure that you don't engage in that, because if you tell it you're not interested, but you still engage in it, it's still going to send those posts to you. Let me give you an example. It's really important to me that I embrace my age, that I don't obsess with, following a beauty standard, that I, don't objectify myself and constantly think about the way I look and compare myself with others. That's like super important to me, because boy, is that a mental load. Boy, does that, occupy a lot of your time that can go, towards other things. It doesn't put you in a very good mindset. So what I do is whenever I see a very fake person coming across my feed, I immediately, tell the algorithm, no, I don't want this. I don't want this at all. And it works. So let me take you to my Instagram. I haven't been to it in a while. I don't know, but I'm going to go to my homepage. And so I'm going to go to my I don't know. So I got some stuff there that I don't want. I don't know why it's there. Amy Dies. I don't know what that is. I don't like that. This gal. Oh, Kanye, yay and B, I guess. This, I don't want this. I don't want this. Let me show you how to get rid of it. I really don't want this. This is like a shit show. So just go over here. Don't follow, but hit the 3 dots and say, not interested. Put like not interested. Not interested. Tell it you're not interested. It's okay to be entertained by like junk entertainment. That's fine. We all need that. We all need kind of an escape. Like I personally, the Daily Quaker, love me a good Viking series. I mean, what's like more violent? I love the Viking series. The Viking of Valhalla. Oh my God. I love it so much. Oh, okay. But, I would kind of call that would be kind of like junk entertainment, kind of. But, there is some like historical, like it is loosely based on history. Some of the characters are actually real historical figures. Some of them are like an amalgamation of different historical figures. And I'm really going off script. Okay. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay to enjoy entertainment, and it doesn't have to be entertainment that personally develops you. It could just be entertainment that is just chill. But the thing is, you probably shouldn't engage with it all the time. What I like to do, and what we do in this house, is we actually make dates, me and my husband, to go watch mostly Viking shows. And, we make a date. Like, I'll bring the popcorn. We'll have a couple of beers. We'll, watch these shows, kind of marathon watch, for hours with our puppies all around. And it's fabulous. We don't even leave the house. And it feels like one of the best date nights ever. But we're very, very intentional about it. We don't just mindlessly watch these things. We're very intentional. We're going to, do this at this time. And we really savor it, because it's I mean, I'm almost wanting to cry. It's truly one of the most special things in my life. I love cuddling with my dogs and my husband and watching Vikings raid England. So now in social media, and even I think generative AI is a great tool, for doing research. I'm doing it sometimes for coming up with scripts. I actually use generative AI to help me research. But it's important to not go down rabbit holes. Stay within the parameters that you determine ahead of time. Otherwise, you're going like down a Viking rabbit hole, and the next thing you are in the Byzantine Empire, learning about the schmecks habits of chariot racers. So if you're my age, if you're a millennial, if you're a Gen Xer, I'm a Gen Xer, but if you're a boomer, you were not parented for the lifestyle that we have now. We didn't expect this. Our parents didn't expect this, so they didn't parent us for it. As a Gen X, I was like given computers. I was encouraged to be on the screen all the time. I was encouraged to do a lot of tech. You kind of have to like reparent yourself, kind of mentally. Go back to your child self and act as a parent and kind of teach. Like, I'm serious. I know this sounds like really bizarre. Maybe we'll do a guided imagery someday and we can do this. I don't have one written for you right now, but it's something that you can do. You can actually kind of rewrite your personal history through some psychological hacks. Number 5 is cultivate mindfulness and spiritual practices. I mean, if you're a Quaker, you know the importance of, how good it is to sit in silence, how rejuvenating it is, how, it connects you. It connects you to God. It connects you to yourself. It resets you. There's a lot of things you can do to spend time in stillness. You could walk. You could do walking meditations. I like to do kind of all of it. Like I walk around my yard. I try to do it every day without the headphones, and I just listen. That's all I'm doing. I wouldn't even call it a walking meditation. I would just call it like a walk and listen. I listen to the birds. I just observe things. I'm just really in tuned to what's going on, and I get to see the changes in seasons. And right now it's spring. I get to see all the little things popping up, and it just grounds me, and it puts me in the center of my life, and I find it very, very satisfying. I also do centering prayer. Thomas Keating, if you want to know how to do centering prayer, Thomas Keating he is a big proponent of it. I don't know if he created it. I don't think he created it, but he's a teacher of centering prayer. He was. And basically you're not really praying for anything. All you're praying is to be in the presence of God. It's very similar to what we do in our Quaker meetings. You sit in silence. You're not doing anything but trying to be with the presence of God. That's it. And when you stray, you just gently pull yourself back. And you do this for a couple times a day, 20 minutes each time, and it is transformative. But you don't have to go that crazy. You can just do 10 minutes if that's all you have. Prayer. I used to be someone who didn't believe in prayer, where I would ask God to favor me over anybody else. I didn't believe in it, and I still don't believe it. I don't believe in this kind of intercession. I don't, because I don't question God's way. I don't, it is what it is. Who am I to challenge that? What do I know? And I kind of thought of it as like kind of an act of arrogance to think that you should be chosen over someone else, or you know what I mean? I just didn't think it was great. But I read this book. It was called The Way of Mary. I can't remember, but I'll put a link down below. This author, and I can't remember her name, but she's really big into doing the rosary and stuff. To ask for what you want trains your brain to know what you want. Like if you're willing to ask God for something, it teaches you to know what you want. It's a hard thing with so much distraction and interruptions and like ways to get your dopamine hit. It's hard to actually know what you truly, truly want. What is your heart's true desire? So I actually think that prayer can be conducive into just to knowing what you really want. Okay, so meditation, of course. There's lots of ways to meditate. Mindful listening. I mean, just when you're hanging out with someone, when you're hanging out with your spouse or your best friends or anybody, just listen to them. Don't interrupt them. Don't formulate a response. Just listen to them. You will be surprised by what they say. You'll be surprised by the reaction to you, because you know what? When you listen to someone, you actually have charisma in their eyes. They will respond to you in a very positive way as well, because everybody wants to be heard. Oh my God, people want to be seen and they want to be heard. And if you do that for someone, it's such a gift for them, and it's a gift for yourself too, because you get to hear them. You get to get another insight. It's you get the gift of that. Like we pay money to read books to get that kind of thing, but there's people all around us, and we can glean their wisdom too. We can listen to them, and we can, by listening to them, make them matter. So I also recommend joining a faith-based community. I don't know if you're Quaker or not, but there's all kinds of different meeting houses, churches, different ways to be a Quaker. But if you're not, there's all kinds of things that you can do. I mean, there's a Unitarian UU, which I used to be part of. If you're uncomfortable with words like God or Jesus, that's a great fit. There's also a lot of Quaker communities that would be a great fit for you too. But if you're not religious at all, there's humanism. Like you can join like non-secular humanist groups, which are all the ethics and all the philosophy, but none of the dogma. And it doesn't require you to believe in anything else but humanity. And it's a great third space. Like it's a great way to connect with people, to be with people, to gather with a common purpose. It is so wholesome. It's so wholesome. So I would highly recommend that you do something like that. If you want to live a less ultra-processed, more wholesome life. I know, trite and true. Everybody says practice gratitude, have an attitude of gratitude. But you know what? This will help you combat social media envy, because you will learn to appreciate your life. If you are always grateful for your life, you appreciate it. So you're appreciating, how can you be envious of somebody else's life when you're too busy appreciating your own life? And, it helps you appreciate simplicity, because you don't need as much. I know I have like a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of a maximalist. Most of it's thrifted and antiqued. I'm not a minimalist. I do like these. I like my stuff because it's a constant reminder of who I am, and a constant reminder of my history and other people in my life. Lots of these things are gifts. And because they're antiques, it also reminds me of other people, ancestors, other people in the world, things that were owned before. I wonder, they connect me to those people. And it's one of the things that I love about antiques. But okay, so now that we've written down our list, let's go take it over to our refrigerator to remind us we don't have to do all the things. Just do some of the things, some of the time, and just kind of slowly move yourself into a more wholesome style life. You don't have to be a homesteader. You don't have to go full cottagecore. You have to become a monk or anything like that. But you could just make small changes, and it will make a big difference. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really, really helps encourage me, and it also, lets YouTube know who my videos are for. If this video is for you, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.